Imagine if the key to building $1 million business wasn't about giant leaps or lucky breaks, but something far quieter, something slower, something invisible. What if success could be yours not because of one massive moment, but because of thousands of small ones stacked carefully over time? Welcome to your book dose, where timeless business wisdom gets broken down into clear, motivational stories and strategies. Today, we're diving deep into the 1% rule, an idea so deceptively simple, it's often overlooked. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. By the end of this journey, you'll have a blueprint to grow anything: your business, your brand, your skills, one small step at a time. Here's a truth most people never realize. You don't need to be extraordinary all at once. You just need to improve consistently, even by just 1%. Think about it. If you were to improve just 1% every single day, it wouldn't seem like much at first. You might not even notice the change. But here's the magic: by the end of the year, you'd be nearly 37 times better. That's not some motivational exaggeration, it's math. That's the power of compounding in action. That 1% could be anything: a slightly better customer experience, a sharper email headline, a smoother onboarding process. It's the small hinges that swing big doors. And once you start paying attention to them, you begin to see opportunities everywhere. Here's the problem. We live in a culture that worships big moves. Go big or go home. Launch fast, scale fast, win fast. But here's the truth. Most entrepreneurs don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they're trying to sprint a marathon. They chase viral moments instead of foundational systems. They expect fireworks instead of compounding candles. And when the explosion doesn't happen, they give up. But the 1% rule is different. It's not loud, it's not flashy. It's a quiet rebellion against burnout. It says, instead of doing everything at once, do one small thing today that makes you better than yesterday. That's it. One tiny win. Let's say your goal is to reach 6 figures in sales. Instead of obsessing over that big number, you look at what's right in front of you. You tweak your product description. You respond to customer feedback. You streamline your payment process. Each improvement, just 1%. But every time you do it, the game shifts in your favor. And this isn't theory. This is how real businesses grow. A product doesn't need to be reinvented. Maybe it's the packaging that needs an update, or the delivery timeline, or the thank you email after a sale. A brand doesn't explode because of one perfect ADIT. Grows because the team kept refining, testing, optimizing. Little by little, click by click, conversion by conversion. In marketing, that 1% improvement might be as simple as testing a new subject line in your emails, or trimming 1 second off your video intro. It might be swapping one word in your social copy that suddenly makes your message hit harder. In sales, it could be recording your pitch, finding one awkward sentence, and replacing it. Then repeating the process tomorrow, and the next day, until you've built a pitch so smooth it feels like magic. In leadership, that 1% might be listening more, giving an extra moment of praise, setting clearer expectations. You won't feel the shift immediately, but over weeks and months, the culture transforms. But here's the thing. This only works if you believe in small wins. If you understand that the road to greatness isn't paved with giant steps, but with thousands of tiny ones, placed intentionally, repeatedly, faithfully. That takes a mindset shift. Most people are addicted to the dopamine of the big reveal, the "we did it" moment. But the 1% rule lives in the shadows. It doesn't care about claps or clicks. It cares about momentum and showing up, even when no one's watching. Picture bamboo. It spends years growing underground, invisible to the eye. Then suddenly, it shoots up 90 feet in a matter of weeks. That's not luck, that's compounding. That's faith in the process. You might not see results right away, but trust every tweak, every small fix, every hard-earned 1%. It's all stacking, quietly, invisibly, powerfully. Let's look at a few people who applied this, whether they knew it or not. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, didn't go viral overnight. He published small, thoughtful blog posts, week after week, month after month, each post 1% sharper than the last. Today, he's a household name. But it started in silence. Jeff Bezos didn't start Amazon with drones or Alexa. He sold books. But every tiny improvement he made, faster delivery, cleaner navigation, smarter recommendations, added up. And eventually, Amazon became unstoppable. Or think about Maya, a freelance designer with no clients. She didn't try to explode overnight. She improved her pitch deck one slide at a time. Her outreach emails, her pricing clarity. After 2 years of steady 1% moves, she's fully booked and turning down projects. So how can you use this rule right now? First, break your business down into categories: marketing, product operations, customer service, personal development. Next, look for the smallest improvement you could make in each area. What's one thing that could be 1% better today? Maybe it's tightening your website copy. Maybe it's following up with one old lead. Maybe it's fixing a broken link, or simplifying your call to action. It doesn't need to be sexy. It just needs to be better than it was yesterday. Make it a daily habit. Log your wins, track your moves, build a rhythm around tiny gains. And here's the key: celebrate those small victories. Don't wait until the finish line to be proud. Let every inch forward be a cause for celebration that keeps the fire alive. Be patient, but relentless. Most people quit because they're not seeing fireworks, but fireworks fade. Compounding builds, quietly, day after day. Here's what's wild: no one will notice at first. Your friends won't see it. Your competition won't see it. Even you might not feel it. But one day, all those invisible 1% gains will become impossible to ignore. You'll look back and realize that while others were waiting for their big break, you were building brick by brick. While others chased hype, you chased mastery. While they sprinted and burned out, you walked and won. The truth is, every great business started with a single decision. Every empire with a tiny spark. Every legacy with a first step. Today, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to go viral. You don't need the world to believe in you. You just need to do one small thing better than you did it yesterday, and then do it again tomorrow. That's how fortunes are built. That's how leaders are made. That's how the invisible becomes unforgettable. If this resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to Book Dust, your weekly hit of wisdom that works. Like, comment, and share this with someone who's building something from scratch. And tell us in the comments, what's the one thing you're going to improve today by just 1%? Because remember, success doesn't shout, it whispers. And those who listen, those who take the next quiet step, are the ones who win. Let's take that next step together, 1% at a time.